Yo, what is up, guys? Jetxc here, and we've got a should you summon video, but now we're doing it with 3 different units. I thought it'd just be better because we have all 3 coming up, so might as well do all 3 in one video. Now, this is a collab, so people are super excited, so obviously pull for who you want, have fun, all that stuff. But let's just go over skills, let's go over maybe a little bit of numbers, where the stopping point is. And yeah, I'm a little bit more awake this time, so doing the numbers in my head won't be as bad, right? So I apologize for that last video. But yeah, let's talk about it, guys. So, Yomi, she is a free character, so not really much to complain about. If we look at her +5, 7 SP, 3 turns, hits 4 times, dealing physical damage based on 130% of her attack. And let's look at her potential. So, honestly, if we're looking at her potential plus her damage numbers, if we get all 3 here, then she's 6 SP, and after attacking 4 times, she's essentially doing 680% of physical damage based off of her attack. So this puts her slightly below Lowin, which I think is like 750, and I can't remember Leatrice, but I think Leatrice is a little bit above. I can't remember though. So basically what I'm saying is she is a 3x3 unit that does a pretty good amount of damage, right? She's not broken or anything. She doesn't compare to like I said, Lowin, a Leatrice, even thick tier, right? She does not compare. However, she is a solid win unit that will do a good amount of AoE damage, right? So again, not too much to complain about because she's free, although the 6 SP is definitely a turn off for a lot of people. She attacks every other turn since she's doing 3 turns, but again, maybe there's a situation for her, most likely Fiend Hunt, going against mobs that you're trying to just one-shot. So other than that, I can't really see her use in PvP at all, honestly. So yeah, guys, pretty solid unit. Again, not OP. She's for free, guys, so again, make sure you just do the events to get her and get her weapon too as well, right? Now, Hikage, my favorite character in the collab next to Yumi. My goodness, chat. Listen, based off design alone, you gotta at least pull for a copy, right? Now, let's talk about Hikage. So, here's her range. She hits in the middle. That's it, right? At +0, she attacks the enemy 12 times, okay? Each attack deals physical damage based on 40% of your attack. She starts off with 5 SP, at +1, 4 SP. Again, you guys, you've seen a lot of my guides. Getting a character +1 is pretty much optimal because having 1 less SP point is always a fantastic feeling. Not only that, her skill potential will also give you another reduction. So you could turn 4 into 3. Now again, if you're going to get it at +1 and you're looking at the numbers here at 40%, let's say you get 50, 60. So let's just do some numbers real quick. You're going to be looking at 720% damage after attacking 12 times. So again, pretty crazy. And this hits 1 single unit. Now, when you okay, so say you pair up with like a Zenith, a Raphitia, right? The amount of chain you can stack on, like, let's say a boss, whether it's in story, PvE, or even Fiend Hunt, is pretty crazy. So she will go insane with single target damage like a boss. However, when you're in PvE and you're facing a huge mob, the only thing I worry about her is if you have to keep her alive, essentially. You got to make sure that she's kept alive and you put her in the right positions, because if she's your main damage unit, which probably won't even happen, it's going to take multiple turns to defeat every enemy on the field. And like I said, the likeliness of that happening is null because, again, you're probably going to have other characters with a bigger range than her anyway. But if you're really trying to focus all your damage into one person, wow, she's very exciting to have. Now, me personally, and I know a lot of people want that +4, right? Because at +4, you get 1 turn cooldown. Now, for a lot of you that are struggling on tickets, I'm gonna be honest, the 1-turn cooldown is just, it's every turn, guys. It's literally every turn. It's a big difference from just hitting every other turn. Again, +1 is probably the safest bet, but I'll be honest, I would say try and whale out for this one personally, just because the damage you're missing out on for like Fiend Hunt boss or for like a boss in PvE is insane, right? At +1 here, you get 60% physical damage based on your attack and 1-turn skill cooldown. Now, at +5, it's a 10% difference, right? So it's, again, not that big of a deal. So let's just do the numbers at +4, right? So 60, 70, 80, right? So we're gonna do the numbers real quick. So that is at 960. Now, if you +5 her, the numbers is 1080. So not that big. It's not the biggest difference, right? Again, you're hitting one person for 960% of damage. Insane damage. If you're whale, honestly, great stopping point is probably +4. If you want to try and go for it, fine, go for the +5. I mean, you get the extra damage anyway, so up to you. Me personally, I'm going to max her out. And I'm also going to try and get her weapon because of the exclusive stat for crit rate here. So should be pretty exciting. Plus, I'm not going to lie, guys, besides Yumi, Hikage has probably one of the best designs for this collab. So, again, guys, a pretty interesting, fun character. I would hate, again, +1 is very safe for those that are trying to save or maybe don't care about this collab. Again, +4 is insanely nice, right? So do what you want with that information, right? But +1 is definitely the safe bet for a lot of casuals and a lot of people that may not care about a lot of the stats here, okay? So let's get on to Yozakura, our gauntlet girl with the huge arms. Now, for her, I had some issues in the last video, right? Because here's my thing with the basic attack thing. I had an issue where there hasn't been any precedence in skills involving basic attacks. So I was confused as I was essentially confused because I thought the basic attack would be included in the attack, in her skill effect attack, right? But according to people, I talked to some folks, it shouldn't be. But again, anything could happen. But as far as we know, it shouldn't be. So it should just be your very front basic attack that should apply for this skill, right? So let me read it. Basic attack damage is increased by 400%. This effect lasts for the next one basic attack, right? And then after you get that buff, you are then attacking the enemy 3 times. Each attack deals magic damage based on 150% of your magic attack. Okay, so essentially, you give yourself a buff for your next basic attack, and then you attack 3 times in this like half cross here for 150% of your magic damage. Now, +1, like I always say, safe bet because that's for SP. If we take a look here at the skill potential, damage increase 45%, and then damage dealt by basic attacks are increased by 150%. And the skill potential 3 here, another 150% for the basic attack. Now, if we look at the numbers here, right, at 150%, and you're attacking 3 times, and then plus the damage increase right here. So, what was that, 45? And it's specifically damage increase, so not damage increase by basic attack. So you're looking at +1, you're looking at around 585% of damage when you attack 3 times at +1 here. So, again, solid costume. Again, a lot of people have said these costumes are like not that good, but I'm gonna be honest, I think they're solid. I just think it really prevents power creep, right? Like, they're just under a lot of really good costumes here, but these are really solid. And then attacking an enemy unit for 400% of damage here, really solid. Now, if we're trying to whale here, right? If we take a look at this, we get a 250% increase in basic attack damage here. We get a jump of what, about 45% increase from 195 to 240. And at +5, you get an even bigger jump. Oh my god, like 350% increase, making it 900% damage increase for the next basic attack. I'm not gonna lie, I'm going to try and max her out. We'll see. But the best stopping point for, I guess, the whales, I mean, honestly, just +5, man. I'm looking at these numbers, +5. I really got to test this out. I have to see this because this is definitely new. I really want to test the numbers for Yozakura. But yeah, +1 for everybody that's trying to budget. Again, as you go up and up here, I would say +2 because of the jump in damage. I mean, 150 to 95. That's a 45% increase. That's pretty significant. I would say if you could, if you have enough resources to get her +2, then go for +2. But then again, 250% increase at +3. So okay, +1, guys, +1. Everybody else, go ahead and max her out. I'm gonna try and max her out myself. I'm gonna skip her weapon here. I'm good on that. So yeah. I mean, it's pretty exciting stuff overall, guys. Yumi is probably going to be pretty OP. This girl right here on the side, she's probably going to be pretty busted, if I had to guess. She'll also be a water unit. So, yeah, I would say the most unique character out of all this is, well, actually, I mean, it's probably between Hikage and Yozakura. I think Yozakura is going to prove to be very interesting here. Even over here, the 240% of magic damage, if we did that, the 240% plus the extra 45% from the skill potential, and we times 3 that, 855%. I mean, Jesus Christ, bro. And we're not even counting like the damage dealt for basic attacks here, right? I mean, it's definitely going to be an interesting skin, but Yozakura should be interesting, just like Hikage. So let me know what you guys think in the comments. Overall, it should be interesting. Also, too, I do want to add before I end this video, let me know what you guys think of the skill cutscenes. I saw some people in the comments, and I had a discussion on my live stream. I think we got spoiled so much with really good loot cutscenes that a lot of people are like slightly disappointed with this. Although I still think they're all solid, I can understand the sentiment that it's okay. And you know, it is what it is. I think every time cutscenes comes out, they're going to be criticized to some extent. Some people thought the Nebris cutscene was like basic and meh, but they're doing their best to try and make it lewd, but also make it make sense at least, right? So, yeah, I mean, again, I thought the cutscenes were solid. It's just when you compare it to the summer skins and even the collab, it may be a little tough in comparison. Let's just say that, right? But yeah. I am out of here, guys. Hopefully this helps. I will talk to you guys later. See ya.